Hi. Happy Friday. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. It looks like Pam's in here, Peggy's in here, Candy. So good to see you guys. It looks like a few more people are popping in right now. Looks like Debbie's in. Look at that. We'll pop her comment up there because she already got her pre-order in, which good for you because we have low stocks. But stay tuned, Debbie, because we have something extra special that's going to be activated on the live shop here soon. I think Jean said that we're going to try to get them activated here soon. She said about just before or right after the live started. So I'm super excited. Looks like we got a few more people. Oh, Uncle Dan, you're so sweet.
Uncle Dan.
He snuck in here to catch my greatness.
Dan the man.
Dan the man. Love it. Okay, guys, so I'm going to give you... Yeah, Uncle Doug got me a Mountain Dew. And we have some cheese and crackers here, too. So good.
Good stuff.
You guys won't believe what I did for you this week. So, Jean, she should be popping in here soon. And then I might have to refresh a few things, but we are going to be activating a whole bunch of different settings. I mean, a whole bunch of different settings. Remember all the settings that I showed you guys last week? Guess what I did? I made listings for them all of them. And as we go through them, I also have like the millimeters and things. So Peggy, you will have all that information straight from the live today. Otherwise, you can check out the live shop when those are activated. So we'll see when Jean decides to activate those. Yeah, crazy, right? Some of the stocks are like 1 or 2 of the settings that you can get, and then some of the stock is just maybe a little bit higher, but everything is super low quantities. So we wanted to make sure that nobody could pre-order those and that they were available for the ladies on the live today. So keep an eye out for those. Keep refreshing your live shop page over at the warehouse sale tab. Super excited for those. I'll give you a heads up when those are active. But holy cow, you guys, natural brass and solid brass settings. I think there are, if I'm remembering correctly, 17 different settings, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. I have them all here. So this is just one of each of the different styles, but this is how many settings that will be activated.
Good thing I walked over
today.
in the room the other day, huh?
And then, yeah, right. And then I have 3 different styles of cabs that will be going up. Remind you, I didn't have a whole lot of stock, so all the quantities are going to be super small, but we're working on getting that amulet setting back in action to add to the website and things. That one will not be one of the ones available today, but there's a whole bunch, so I'm super excited for that, and I'm sure all of you ladies are also super excited for that. So we'll get started with kind of telling people how to order. Oh, she just made them active. Go look, go look. We'll go through each of them here on the live as well. Oh my gosh, they look so good. Look at all of those settings. Ooh, look at, and some wheat thins. I'm gonna add a wheat thin in each of your orders. No, they're all for me. Yum, yum, yum. And then we got some cheese, too. Holy cow. All those settings look phenomenal. Thank you so much, Jean, for doing that. So you better hop on those quick. I don't even know if you'll have time to look at the millimeters and measurements just because of how low the quantities are. Give me some Colby! Yum. Cheese. That should be good for now.
Okay.
Thank you. They are in the warehouse sale tab on the front page. with all the rest of the listings. So you just have to scroll down a little bit from where everything was listed for the pre-orders, and then after the pre-order listings, then you'll see all the settings. Get over there, get over there. You'll see them. Refresh your page. I can see them on the website, so I'm sure you'll be able to. So, very quickly before we go through each of the settings, because I didn't do any designs with the settings, I just wanted to ensure that we got them active for you, but I do have some that are already set that we'll take a peek at here. But reminder, we do a giveaway, a pretty nice sized giveaway. They are there, I promise you. Like, I don't see them.
Refresh.
Yeah, okay, cool. Debbie just found them. So we do this little dump thing here where...
Dump thing, not dumb thing.
No, yeah, dump. Dump thing. So we like to do this giveaway. We started this maybe a month ago. It's been maybe 4 weeks since we started. But if you love the live, prior to the live ending, so we do our drawing at the end of the live, making sure everybody's getting there. Okay, cool. Everybody's looking for the settings now. So anyway, everybody gets a chance for the giveaway as long as you love the live. So, and you have to make a purchase. So you have to make a purchase prior to Monday morning, which is when we start shipping all of the orders. And then today, I know, isn't that crazy? It's huge. If you love the live, so you have to do the red heart. We'll do our drawing, and then whoever we land on gets this amazing curated little I keep saying little giveaway. Jeez Louise, I'm so terrible at that. But I did find some really cool art metal. So these are some pieces that I had not seen before in the art metal. So these are included in there. How gorgeous is that? So pretty. This one's already pre-painted for you. And then there's some other patinaed ones in here. So this maiden is super gorgeous, especially when it's painted. And then we have a nice filigree star and a few other things. And then decided I found like a one-off filigree that I was going to throw in there too, because why not? And then some cool chain and a few other castings. And then I thought this blank was absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Look at the little butterflies and the flowers. So cute. And then there's some beads and some, I think there's a couple cabs in here, but nothing too crazy, but it's an amazing offering for a giveaway. So make sure that the live is hearted by the end of the live, and then we'll do our drawing, and then you get to see who wins it. We'll do a winner chicken dinner. Okay, everybody's seeing them now, so let's hop into that portion of the live here. I have my settings numbered so we can go through and make sure that I have them all up in Carter. But let me go back here and kind of refresh my collection just so I can ensure that these are popping up. Awesome sauce they are. But mine are out of order, so I have to find the numbers as I go through. So we'll start off with number 1. I believe I only had one of these left. Maybe back in my coupon that I blew flowers ago. Yeah, we'll chat about it, Debbie. We'll take a look. I know, but crazy with the whole settings though, right? And hopefully our focus ends up focusing a little bit better than what it is now, because it doesn't look super clear, but I'm hoping that fixes within just a few moments, I would hope. Come on. Do I have to like tap it with my fingers? Be like, focus.
Snap your fingers.
Snap my finger. Oh, no, shut up. It did it. Right when you snapped your fingers, it went, your magic. Jeez, Uncle Doug. All right, so to order. All you see in parentheses up here is cart 100, so that is what you will type into the comments. Once you press enter and send that through, then it will prompt a cart in your Messenger app, so you can check out straight from your Messenger app from Facebook, or you can visit It just popped up now. VintageLiveshop.com. Go to the warehouse sale tab and you'll be able to see all these listings. So we're going to start off with this one. I believe I only had one of these left. So this is natural brass. This is a 4-prong setting. And this was one of those larger size settings. And then I do have the millimeter cab, whatever fits with that setting. So I have both the measurement for the setting and then what sized cab will also fit it in the descriptions. So this one's cart 100, $32 for 4 of them, which is honestly such a great deal. Because I don't know if we can even get this one again. I love it. So this one is 43 by 32 millimeter. And it fits a 24 by 18 millimeter cab. So we're probably going to run through these pretty quickly just because the quantities are so low that I know they're just going to fly by. So I'm always thinking of you guys when it comes to creating products and making sure that we have things up on the live for you. Our next one is number 2. Cart 101, 4 pieces for $24. This is a solid brass version, and it's got these really pretty dots around it. So pretty, and it's also a 4-prong, 1 loop setting. 36 by 25.5 millimeters, and it fits a 24.5 by 18 millimeter cab. And I don't think I had too many of this one either. I probably should have made sure that I was thinking about that. Did you see the viewing?
Mm-mm. Oh,
Yeah, so I was
nice.
thinking about that when I was doing these. So I'm going to pack this one away because I'm sure that one's probably gone too. So crazy. But we want to make sure that you guys are getting what you need from us to finish all of your designs. Scooping out. All right, number 3 setting, 41 by 29.5 millimeters. This also fits a 25.5 by 19.5 millimeter. This one's absolutely gorgeous. I believe maybe I only had 2 packs of this. Solid brass. Debbie's like, that's gone. I probably bought those, is what she's saying. So this one's solid brass. I believe I had 1 natural brass one that's going to come in one of these packs just because I wanted to make sure that I made it a set of 4. But this one's so gorgeous, you guys. Look at, it's got these little flowers around the edges. Such a unique setting. This one I don't think we've ever shown before. We may have glimpsed it last week, but I don't think we've ever offered this one. Absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to pop that one off. We're like a bunch of scavengers, she says.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Love it. All right, we're moving on to number 4. Number 4 setting, $24 for 4 pieces. Cart 103 in the comments. This one's also so pretty. It is solid brass. It's a bit more of a flat design. It is also a 4-prong setting with 1 loop. So pretty. And actually, I should probably pop these over here. So you'll also see some of the finished designs in the photos, but this was the last one that I had set. I probably should have been doing that from the beginning. So I think we already showed this one, and then we showed this setting, and then we showed this one, just so you guys can see what it looks like with a cab set in there. So gorgeous. And then we're on number 4 right now. So this one's number 4. I'm not sure if I had, oh, I do. I had a turquoise one set in this one. So that's what it looks like with the setting. Super gorgeous. I love it. So this one is a 34.5 by 24.5 millimeter cab, and then it fits a 25.5 by 17.5 millimeter cab. Oh, I said cab twice. This is a setting, and then it fits the other one. So super cute. We're gonna pop it off. Told you, these ones are going to go by pretty quickly just because I know that you guys are going to be also viewing the website at the same time that I'm doing this, which is no problem at all. Get in there before they're gone is my thing. May not be done yet, Debbie said. She's so funny. All right, this one is a showstopper. I love it. This is a 4-prong 2-loop setting. I'm going to make sure that I get out. I had a couple of these set as well. I think that's it. Super cute. I'll bring this up so you guys can see the details. So we have the 2 loops on either side, and then it's a 4-prong setting, and then it's got that really cool bump pattern around the edge there. And then this is what they look like. Set, 4 pieces for $22. Absolutely stunning. Love them, love them, love them. All right, we're gonna pop this one off in a second. This is a 21 by 17 millimeter setting, and it fits a 16.5 by 11.5 millimeter cab. Love it, love it, love it. Also solid brass, which I love combining solid brass and natural brass things lately. I love the whole mixed metal look, and the solid brass has been really getting on my mind because it's such a warm toned color, and I almost love it more than gold, to be honest. All right, we need to bring out number 6 here. And like I said a little bit earlier, my things are a little bit out of whack, so I have to find the number here before I put it on. This one is stunning. This one is probably one of my favorites out of the batch. This is a 35 by 20 millimeter setting, and it fits a 19 by 14 millimeter cab. I don't know if I have anything set in this one. I'm trying to take a peek here. And the only reason why I wouldn't have one set is because I wanted to make sure that we got the most amount of packs out of these. So we ended on, 0 after we went by 4s. So 4-prong setting. This one's got a super, super unique border. I love it. And you can string it from any of these 3 loops up here. So pretty. This one is natural brass. Make sure you guys get a good look at that. That is cart 105. I hope you guys love your settings because I loved getting them ready for you. It was almost like Corey, you have to get us settings. You have to. I can't even tell you how many people emailed me about needing settings. So we're going to pop on to number 7 next. This one's really unique because it's got this backing. So then you won't see the cab from the back of it. There we go. I have to make sure that I get the right one here because there's another one that looks just like this, but it has the open back. So this is the cab that I set in this one. 4 pieces for $20. And that's what it looks like from the back. So instead of this, you have a closed back, which I thought was cool, and I thought that cab was absolutely beautiful. I'll pop that up just a little bit there.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And then you can see all the detail that's going around that border. Love it. 4-prong setting, once again, with the 1 loop at the top. And speaking of what Wendy just said, Mackie did a really cool resin cab demo on Wednesday, which would be perfect for these settings if you made your own cabs. So take a look at that live and kind of look at her demonstration because she did a really good job. And the colors she used, I think it was like that copper and that turquoisey color, my favorite. So beautiful. Yeah. I loved it. All right. We need to go on to number 8. Popping that one up. So there are 2 different ones of this style. This one is the larger of the 2. 4 pieces for $26. There we go. And make sure I get the inspo settings out here. So this is what we used to set these. This cab is also available on the live shop, this really pretty floral one. So you know that that will fit the bigger of these two. And then if you want to see a size comparison, this one is the smaller one and this one is the larger one. So stay tuned if you want the smaller one. We are on the larger one right now. So pretty. We're going to bring this up. It's natural brass, 4-prong, 1 loop, 48.5 by 38 millimeters, and it fits a 25.5 by 19 millimeter cab. So pretty. That is very true. All right. Done with number 8. We're going to pop on to number 9 here. I know this was also one of those that everybody was requesting. I'm glad it's up here. This one fits the owl cab, which I don't have one set because, like I said before, we were making sure that we got the most amount of packs for you guys. So we ended on a perfect 0, so I didn't have any extras. But I am going to bring out this cab here. So this is $24 or $26 for 4 pieces. There we go. This is the cab that it fits. This owl cab is also going to be available on the live shop. I'm just going to maybe set this in there. I'm just going to pull the prongs back a little bit just so you guys can take a peek. I won't set it because we do need to save this cab for this pack. But just so you guys get a good look. There we go. So this owl cab fits this number 9 setting pack, cart 108. And then I'll do the cabs here at the end of our setting offering. This is a 50.5 by 37 millimeter setting and it fits a 40 by 31 millimeter cab, which is the owl cab. Such a large setting, but it's so beautiful. And it is smooth around the end, 4 prongs, 1 loop. Natural brass. I'm going to pop up Debbie's comment here while I'm switching this one out. I really appreciate everybody's feedback. That helps me make sure that the sales run smoothly and are everything that you guys need to stay excited about these sales. All right. So cart 108, 4 pieces for $26. Pop that off to the side there. Then we're going to bring on number 10. Once I find it. There we go. Number 10. I thought this one was also super cute. I do have these set. 4 pieces for $22. And I had this beautiful blue floral cab set in there, which this cab is also going to be available on the live shop. Super pretty. Love that light blue. And then we have that really cool border around it with like the little bumps. Super cute. Natural brass, 4 prong, 1 loop. Nice and detailed. It's a 28.5 by 20 millimeter setting, and it fits a 19 by 13 millimeter cab. So pretty. So yeah, like Cookie is saying there in the comments, it's a great variety. There's 17 different styles / sizes because there are a couple styles that are very similar, just a different size. I'm going to pop that one off. We're going to go to number 11. This one is also a highly sought after one, so if it's not sold out already, it'll probably be sold out pretty soon. So ensure that you are getting your cart numbers in and checking out so you can make sure that these are held for you. 4 pieces for $28. I do have these ones set. Ooh, this Opally cab, you guys are going to love this. I don't have any of these available, but whoa, isn't that just stunning? I love it. So I have it set with the opal, the green, And then this really cool scarab beetle cab. Super neat. Such a beautiful border that goes around it and frames your cabs. Natural brass, 4 prongs, 1 loop, with that really unique border going around. This one was highly sought after, so ensure that you pick it up. Make sure the sun hits that just right so you can just see how much detail is really there. 48 by 32 millimeter setting, and it fits a 25 by 18.5 cab. Cart 110. 4 pieces for $28. All right, moving on to the next. It's number 12. Pop that up. 4 pieces for $20. This is the open back version of the closed one that we showed just a bit earlier. Let's see here. This is the closed back version that we offered earlier. And then this is the open back version that we are showing now. So you can do it either way, closed back or open back, or get them both. 4 prong, 1 loop with that really cool border going around it. Super cute, natural brass, 31 by 22.5 millimeter, and it fits a 19 by 14 millimeter cab. Thank you, Cookie.
Speaking of cookie.
Yeah, there's a bunch of cookies here too. I can't have chocolate, but Uncle Doug's eating some chocolate chip.
Go Pepperidge
Chocolate
Farm today.
chip. All right. I'm going to pop this off to the side. This is number 12. We need to go on to number 13. Thankfully, I had these in order. So a bit earlier, we showed the larger version of this. This is the smaller version of that setting that we showed earlier. Super cool. 4 pieces for $24. And then this is the smaller version that we're showing now. So pretty. Oh, good, Debbie. So good to hear. Super cool. And then if you wanted to see that size difference again, this is the larger one off to the side that we showed earlier. That cap is absolutely gorgeous. And then this is the smaller one that we are showing right now. So there is quite a significant difference in size. So whether you like the smaller one, larger one, or get them both, why not? They're on sale, so you'll definitely want to get them. 37 by 28.5 millimeter, and it fits an 18.5 by 13.5
What's the cart
millimeter
number for
cab.
that? What's the cart number for that one specifically?
Cart 112.
That's Kathy's wedding now.
For what's the cart number for those cookies?
Oh, for the cookies.
Yeah, the cookies. Funny. I had to read that again. I was like, oh, okay, now I know.
Cart 007, top secret.
Yeah, top secret. It's like when you're ordering off the special menus from like McDonald's, the ones that they don't like advertise, but you just know they do it, so you order that. I'm gonna order this off your secret menu.
Actually, I can give the UPC number.
Yeah. All right, this one's also super cute. I don't believe I have this one set at all, but this one's very unique. It's a nice and tiny one. Solid brass 4 prong. It's got some really cool detail. This is very vintage looking, and it probably is vintage, to be honest. Not just vintage inspired. 20 by 15.5 millimeter, and it fits in 10 by 8 millimeter cab. Super neat. This one is solid brass. 4 pieces for $18. I'm actually going to bring this down just a little bit. Here we go. Pop that one off. All right, we're getting to the end here, my ladies. So stay tuned while we dive into the rest of our live after just a few more settings and then a few cabs that we have to go through. All right. We need to go to number 15 next. Bring that out. Love this one. This one is solid brass. It's a 21 by 17 millimeter setting. It fits a 12.5 by 10 millimeter cab. Super gorgeous. I believe maybe Rivolies. If you got like the smaller, maybe 10 millimeter, 8 to 10 millimeter Rivolies. Yeah, 12 by 10. So you could probably do the anywhere between 10 and 12 millimeter Rivolies, but I put these cute little stones in there. Actually, no, this is the wrong. That's the wrong one. Maybe I didn't have this one set. Nope, doesn't look like it. Dang it. I wish I did have this one set. But that's probably because we didn't have enough to even make an extra one. 4-prong, 1 loop. And then this could be a really cool connector too, because it's got a couple additional holes here on the sides and then on the bottom. So cute. Solid brass. Absolutely love it. Cart 114. 4 pieces for $20. Solid brass. Let's actually maybe... Do I have an extra Rivoli somewhere? Where did my... No. We'll do that later. Because I have to go to the crystal pack a bit later anyway. Yes, cart 114. I believe it would be this one. Actually, I should probably just do that for you here quickly. Let me grab a Rivoli here. Maybe even have a smaller Rivoli. And make sure. Alright. So I believe this is an 8 millimeter Rivoli, which would fit there. And then let me see if the 12 millimeter will fit. Don't quote me on that quite yet. I just need to fold back my prongs here. Well, that's what happens when you have super, super low quantities. So this is a 12 millimeter Rivoli here, which I think you have just enough room to fold your prongs back over. If you were to do a 12 millimeter, and then this one actually looks as if it fits a bit easier. So, as long as it doesn't fall through, and as long as I'm not freezing either. I was like, I'm not looking down, I'm looking up at the camera here. Alright, well that is loading. I'm gonna measure this. Yeah. Grab a cracker. Give me a second, I'm just gonna measure this Rivoli, the smaller Rivoli, just to ensure. So this is a 10.5, anywhere between 10 and 10.5 Rivoli, which fits nearly perfect. And then the 12 millimeter, you can make it work as long as you just fold your prongs back a bit more, and then you can fold your prongs over. So you could do it either way. I'd probably suggest using a little bit, maybe that 10.5 millimeter one, but you can make it work. So don't worry about that. Super cute, solid brass. I'm gonna go on to the next one. Just don't want to spend too much time on these while I know that they're gonna sell out pretty dang fast. I'll probably take a cracker after the settings are done, because it'll be a good time to break. Cart 115, 4 pieces for $22. I believe this is the one that I was gonna show. So this one is 21 by 16 millimeter, and it also fits 12 by 10.5. So this one would probably also work for your Rivolis. These are the 2 glass stones that I decided to put in there, which I thought those were super cool. So Lovely, lovely. These ones are solid brass. And then we'll just see, because I do have the Rivolis here off to the side. See what that 10.5 one looks like. 10.5 millimeter will fit. And then I'm sure if you pull the prongs back on this one as well, the 12 millimeter one may also fit. I don't think I had a whole bunch of these, so this one already may be sold out, but it's just good to know. It's just super good to know. As long as you pull them back, give them some room, and kind of set it in evenly on both sides, I think you'll be able to do it. But like Debbie said, you could also use some glue, whether it's E6000 or Loctite. One or the other. This 12 one might be just a tiny bit harder because it doesn't give you a whole lot of room to kind of go back over. But as long as you set it evenly, I'm sure it'll be no problem. But you guys do have some of those 10.5 Rivolis. I know that I have offered those in crystal packs before. It would be like that smoky gray colored Rivoli. So if you have any of those would be absolutely perfect for these. I think I may have even offered some of those in that chrysolite color. Chrysolite is this light green color. This one's not quite peridot, just a little bit lighter. Alright, moving on to number 17. This one is probably my second favorite, personally, of the setting offering today. This one's so pretty. And I do have one set in this solid brass 27 by 20 millimeter setting, and it fits an 18.5 millimeter by 14 millimeter cab. So pretty when it's set. I decided to use this one because it had like some sort of little staining there or whatever for the example, so that one didn't get tossed in. But we do have the other ones. This one's super cool. Also solid brass, 4 pieces for $24. 4 prong, 1 loop. And this one's nice because the prongs are just a little bit longer to help fit your pieces in there. But I just love the way that it looks. Love it, love it, love it. Alright, I'm going to pull this off to the side. It's also a really great one. Oh, maybe it was 18. It had 18 styles. I was like, I'm on number 17, but I have one more left. So not 17, 18 styles. Holy moly, Corian. All right, this is the last setting offering, and then we'll move on to the cabs. Those shouldn't take too long because there's only 3 styles of those available. Solid brass setting, $22 for 4 pieces, cart 117. These are 27 by 20 millimeter settings, and they fit an 18.5 by 13 millimeter cab. And then I think I had one set. I think I also used the hummingbird one for this one. Super cool. Love it. I love all the settings. There's so many settings. Holy moly is right, Debbie. Holy moly. Crazy, crazy offering today. And we haven't even jumped into our inspiration with the necklaces and earrings and things like that. But I wanted to ensure that all of you got the chance to pick up some settings because I know that has been asked for time and time again. But I found some time this last week to ensure that we got that done for you. All right, let's take a look at my cabs here. Maybe not yet. Jean, did you make those active by chance? I'm going to maybe refresh this here and see if those are popping up yet in Carter. I wonder if I forgot to add the Carter tag to them. All right. Well, in the meantime, I'm going to pop up the cabs that will be available a bit later, since we went over the settings. So these owl cabs, four come in a pack. It's a green background with a white owl. That fits cart number 108 setting, which is that nice smooth setting. All right, looks like Jean's gonna check. So these will be available. I don't have a whole ton of these. I think the owls are the least amount that I have. I'm actually gonna, there we go. We'll pop up the setting pack that goes with these in the meantime. So owls go with cart 108, 4 pieces for $26, and then we'll see if I forgot to add a couple tags to the cabs, because I am horrible at that. Okay, check now, she said. So before I put these away, let's see here. So remember, this setting that we have up right now goes with these cabs. And then let's refresh my Carter thing here to make sure that we can get these up on the shop. Woohoo! Awesome. Cart 118, 4 pieces for $20. There we go. Now you can order straight from here. Thank you so much, Aunt Jean. You are the best. You're the bomb. You guys, Aunt Jean's masterclass yesterday. What? So gorgeous. She made these really cool ancient looking rings. I love them. Love them, love them, love them. And she did some with parawire and then some like ancient coins that we had. Resin maybe. They're not glass, that's for sure. Jean or Wendy could probably answer that better for me. But 40 by 30 millimeter cabs right there. Love those. Cart 118, 4 pieces for $20. But yeah, no, if you guys aren't signed up for the Backstage Pass, you guys need to be, so you guys can view Jean's masterclass, because I loved it. But I love just about everything that she does. She's so creative, and she has like the perfect style that I just love so much. All right, cab pack. We're gonna do my floral blue ones next, and then we'll make sure that we get the setting that goes on with these as well. This is a 17 by 13 millimeter cab, 4 pieces for $16. And then, I believe this fits a few different ones actually. So the 2-loop is orange, but I didn't have any more orange ones yet left, but it's the same size as this one. It's the same thing, just a different color. So not only does it fit the 2-loop one, but it also fits this bordered one. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. They're resin type composite, so super cool. Thanks for answering that. I always want to make sure that I'm giving the appropriate information so you guys don't get misinformation, because that would stink. And I don't want to be one to deliver that, so I'll let somebody else do it for me. I want to make sure that I get the setting pack up here. This setting pack fits this. So cart 109 is this setting. So I got that beaded border. And then while we have that one, I'll make sure I can find my 2-loop one, which I believe is this one. And then this is the 2-loop setting pack, cart 104, which fits, these settings fit both. Super cool, very versatile. You can even paint these to change the color if you don't like the blue. Paint them up. Why not? Super floral. Love it. So gorgeous. And look, you can even see the flower there. Flower with some leaves. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. We have one more cab left to show you guys. And I love this one. This one's gorgeous. It's a cream white. It's not like a white, but it's a creamy white. And it's very floral as well. 4 pieces for $18. Gorgeous, 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 and gorgeous. We have to say it 4 times because there's 4 of them. So lovely. And then this one fits the larger sized of these 2 cabs. So I want to make sure that I actually have the right cart number for that because I need to make sure that I don't put the smaller one up by accident because they're, whatchamacallits, their little number things are kind of hard to, their little photo previews are kind of hard to tell the difference. All right, number 8 cab. There we go. So this is the setting that goes with this, and I'm sure there's plenty of other ones. I wouldn't doubt if it fit this setting as well, just because those look pretty relative in size. So you could try it with both. Super pretty. I love it. So number 8 setting pack, 4 pieces for $26. Cart 107 goes with the cab pack that I'm popping up again. Cart 120, 4 pieces for $18. Wowzer, wowzer, wowzer. This is all my birthday gift to me, Debbie said.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Oh, it's today your birthday? Happy birthday. It better not be belated. If it is, I'm sorry for missing your birthday. And if it's not your birthday yet, happy birthday in advance. Try to look out for all you gorgeous ladies. Wonderful.
All my nieces out there.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Big sip. All right. I think I need to take a cracker and some cheese while we flip gears. Because, wow. I'm actually going to, while I do that, I'm going to pull this up and kind of move all these over so you guys can see just how much we did and how gorgeous these settings are. So make sure you get them. I'm going to take some Colby Jack here, which is my favorite. Smash it in between 2 wheat thins. Mm-hmm.
Wash it down with a little Mountain Dew.
Mm-hmm. We're health freaks over here. Mm-mm. Not me. So pretty, though. So many different settings. Cool. Cool beans. All right. Now that I've cleared my mouth and I can talk a bit better now, I'm going to slide these up out of the way. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So, we had all of the settings that we just went through. I'm sure that a lot of them are actually sold out by now. I'll take a look here. Looks like the cabs are starting to go down pretty quick. Few of the settings too. Sold out, sold out. 1 left of another one. 2 left of another one. Sold out, sold out. Yeah, you guys are gonna clean me out by the weekend, like by the end of the weekend, I swear. Holy moly. Lovely. Thank you guys for bearing with me through all of that. Holy smokes.
But when they ask, you deliver.
Exactly. I legit, like, if you guys haven't, like, seen or even believed that I do it, now you guys see.
You need some settings, okay?
Yeah.
Bam.
If you want settings.
Bam.
I'm gonna make it happen. You guys are my favorite, so whatever you want. Fairy Corian's gonna grant your wish. Oh my goodness, like out of a princess movie. Could you imagine Fairy Corian? That would be crazy. I can easily imagine Fairy Ainsley because she's got just that whole kind of fairy aura going on. I love it. But Fairy Corian? Not for me. All right. So, now that we have gone through that fun jazz, I came up with something really cool that I will show you guys in a minute. We're going to go through probably this one here first. So we're going to do one of the designs. I'm going to pop that up here. Yeah, good decision, Debbie. You wouldn't want to miss this one, that's for sure. Ask and ye shall receive. That's how I do it. Alright, so this one's super gorgeous. We're going to bring on the parts used to make this. We're going to bring on this lattice connector here. I know this one's also probably going to be sold out by the beginning of next week. There's a ton of these in pre-order specifically. So we're going to pop this one on first. This is our connector pack. 5 pieces for $20. Super pretty. I'm actually going to maybe move this over a little bit. Maybe get some more sunlight in here. Pop this up. Just channel that photo shoot we did as kids with Mackie. Oh! I forgot about that. See, now, 6-year-old to 7-year-old Corian probably would have been a little bit more fairy than 26-year-old Corian. Or nearly 26. I forgot about that, though. We did that and we were like all playing on the stairs and we had like super cute outfits on. Oh, I wonder, Aunt Jean maybe has some of those photos. I might need her to send me some of those. Because it's been a whole long time since that. Alright, this is that lattice connector that I was just chatting about. Look at the detail in there. This is super, super duper fun. So fun.
Yeah, detail.
Mm-hmm.
The closer you get, the more detail you see. Look at it.
Oh, I know, it's crazy.
Even the flowers and the...
Alright, bye, Debbie. Hope you have a wonderful time. City of Virginia Beach kills us. Be safe. We'll see you later. Alright, so I decided to do just a fun, cute little C and I for Corian and Ian because I'm so cliche. And then the little I love you heart there. And then filled it with onyx patina and just did a wipe on it so it would stay in the letters but not on the solid brass. And then I did do some reliefing on these typeset letters here so it kind of shines the letter off of the border. Love it. So, little Corian and Ian love action. Super cute. It's great for anybody that has anniversaries coming up, weddings, anything like that. Such a cute way to personalize. You need this connector specifically, but I also did you the favor and I had to reach through 26 different bins to pull this. Killing me. At least I don't have to do it again. I'll forever keep that photo so I don't have to do that again. Okay, Debbie, send me an email with what you're requesting and then I'll make a note on the order. How about that? Just so I don't forget, because I might forget. And I don't want to say that I'm going to forget about you, but there's just so much going on that I may just forget. So, please send that to me in an email at warehouse@vintage.com, and I'll make sure I get that taken care of for you. Alright, so there's 26 letters here. I am not going to put them in alphabetical order just because they are on alphabetical order on the website, but you get one of each letter, A through Z. I'm going to pop that up here.
How did you do that? Are you serious?
I'm serious.
There was some missing? Were there some? There might have been.
What do you mean?
Some letters? No, I mean you found them.
I found
some of every letter.
I found all of the letters.
All right, that's
like
good.
I said, 26 different bins I had to pull
I'm thinking
from.
of our postage stamp. The sauce from Bella.
Oh,
we are missing some of those.
Yeah, but I think we're good on the typeset.
Okay.
So A through Z, one of each, 26 pieces for $26. It's $1 a piece. Super great. They're a thicker set. I'm gonna pull X for XO. Look, there we go. XO.
For Xavier.
Hugs and
for Jean's Xavier.
Hugs and kisses.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. So the letters there are raised above, which is super neat. It's got this like cross hatching behind it, and then they're a little bit of a thicker piece too. So they work perfectly for this thicker lattice piece. I love it, and it's really great way to personalize. If somebody wanted to take like a just normal simple chain and take a jump ring and slide a letter on, I know those sell so fast too, because people want easy. They want easy, they want personalized, they love custom. So A through Z, $1 a piece, so $26 for 26 pieces. Cart 122, and then we'll bring on the I love you hearts next, because they're so cute. 24 pieces for $18. They are solid brass. You don't have to use onyx. You can use any color that you want, but I decided to choose onyx because I really wanted it to stand out. But it would be cool if you did like earth or something that was more brown toned like that natural brass. The little I love you is so cute. How adorable is that? And it's about the same size as that typeset letter, so I just thought it worked perfectly all together. How adorable. You could even do it like this. You could put the I love you on the front, and then if somebody was like, oh, I want to show you something, peekaboo, could do like a little reveal thing, a little secret message type thing going on. I thought it would be fun if I did. I don't know. Where's my I? V. I. These are all cursive, like uppercase. N. T. Oh no. Where's my A? There it is. A. And I think this one's my J. Vintage!
Sweet.
Vintage. Yeah, I think that one's my T. There we go. Super cute. So lots of cute things that you could do with these. Little messages, initials, little I love yous, an X and an O for hugs and kisses. So cute. And they looked really great if you use a reliefing block with them. So, like I said, the construction isn't super crazy on this. You're just adding jump rings and attaching your pieces. So this is not an item that we have to demo today. But we have a couple other items that you're going to be like, oh my goodness, that is such a great idea, Corey. I'm going to be like, I know, you guys. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Not. All right. Trying to get a caffeine buzz.
You don't have one right now? Oh my gosh.
I was waiting for it.
No.
I'm a jokester.
I think you're already there. I don't know what you were doing before the live, but
finishing my Red Bull.
Your Red Bull. Okay. You got a little.
Then I was like, I need my pop. No, I think it's just because I'm in such a good mood today. For whatever reason.
Nice and warm. The weather's getting nice.
Yeah. Oh, Monday's weather is supposed to be severe. So if you're in my area, Illinois or Iowa, watch out. Or even Wisconsin, I think.
Probably tri-state area.
Yeah, the tri-state area here. Illinois, Wisconsin, and Iowa. We're supposed to get severe, like super severe weather on Monday. tornadoes, hail, all that. So make sure you stay safe because I'm always thinking of you guys. Always, always, always. I'm like, I hope everybody's okay. Okie dokie. Next up on my list, we'll do these cute little dragonflies and these leaves because this is what I used as the preview picture on our countdown. Lovely. So I'm going to pop those up, and then I do have all of the photos of jewelry on and all that other stuff. Is it possible to just order certain letters?
I don't know if we've listed those separately.
Would you want them in bulk? Is the real question.
Yeah, like, be for some number of them we could do, but one by one would be kind of
right. If you, I'll think about it. Probably can do it, but there's got to be a certain bulk number to make it worth listing and all that other stuff.
We won't put them on the site, but we could create a custom invoice.
Maybe I'll do like.
We can't take the time to put them on the site like that.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Shoot us a message if you're interested in that, and we can make an arrangement.
Yeah. Email warehouse@vintage.com, and we'll make it work. We'll get you taken care of. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I ain't worrying. All right, we're gonna bring up that dragonfly pack. So cute, 10 pieces for $20. I love this dragonfly. I think it's absolutely adorable. I think Jean uses this dragonfly too. I love it. So we're going to pop that up down there. Bring these up a little bit. I did patina these, or paint these. Probably 3 letters time 5 sets. Yeah. Potentially. You can potentially do that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Vintage just commented, you can buy them with a clasp and an infinited jump ring. I think they're $10 a piece on the retail site.
Already finished? We have those listed on retail?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah, but they do have the infinity ring and the clasp.
Yeah,
so
which you can take off the letter. You can reuse the infinity ring, and you can reuse the clasp if you want to use just the letter for something else. So that's very possible.
Lots of options. Yep.
Yes. Just because you guys are amazing jewelry creators, so I know if you know how to put jewelry together, I'm sure you know how to probably unassemble it and use it for other purposes, which is really great to do. Alright, so this is our dragonfly pack. This is the top portion of the earring that I have. So much detail. Such a fun piece to paint. So cute. Solid brass. And there's the back of it. Could just so much detail in those wings. And I'm going to bring up and show you guys here just about how I painted it. I used mineral pool stain, and then what's the other stain that I used? Mountain stream. There we go. I had to put it down and think about it. So mineral pool stain on the inside here, and then mountain stream stain on the outside. Now I know we say like probably don't use just stains on metal because it's less opaque, but because the wings of dragonflies are more see-through and iridescent-y, which you can also do a brush of iridescent, like gold or aqua would be super pretty. What I did is I put just a super, super, super thin coat of the mineral pool and then just another super thin coat of the mountain stream on the end there. And then I took it and I laid it flat for a bit. And then I put it in front of a heater, which I don't have like a heat gun, but I do have a heater, which I used to dry it. So it wasn't super opaque, but it left just enough color there. And the stains are easier to use on metal that is not smooth. So there's so much, there we go. There's so much that you can do with the metal that's a bit more like engraved like that. More detail oriented. The smooth metal, it's really hard to use the stains on, but these are perfect for that. Perfect for the stains. So pretty. And then we need to bring out those leaves that are with it. So you can get natural brass or solid brass. I have both options available. I use natural brass on the earrings that we're showing now. But you can also get solid brass ones if you want them to match your dragonflies. So quite a few different options here. And we'll show you the solid brass and natural brass, which I think painting these leaves with the stains would also be good because they're ribbed like that and they're not smooth, which I think actually I probably should have done because that would have been stunning. So pretty though. Natural brass and solid brass options available to buy, cart 125, and you can choose your variant straight from your messenger app as well. Super cute. Also, probably not going to demo this one just because it's so easy. I just strung both of the items there onto a jump ring and then attached my ear wire to it. So easy. You could also probably use a washer and rivet these two together so they wouldn't be swinging. But dragonflies like to move. They move very fast and they move everywhere. So I thought it would be cute just to let them kind of look like they're flying around the leaves there. So that's why I didn't rivet this piece. But if you did rivet it, you're going to probably want a washer because the leaf hole is a little bit larger than the rivet head. So pretty. I love the mineral pool and mountain stream combo together. And then it just slightly bled into the other color, which is just gorgeous. Love it. Love it. Want some more of it. Should probably make a solid brass version of that. I think it would be so cute. So we have the dragonflies. I'll pop up one more time. Cart 124, 10 pieces for $20. And then we will bring up the leaves pack here in a second, but I'm going to take another drink of Mountain Dew. Maybe eat another cracker because that cheese is so good. I'll do two. This time I'm not going to squish it in between. I'm just going to leave the cheese on top.
Oh, yeah.
Two cracker with cheese. All right. Dragonflies. I'm pulling off. I'm going to pop those leaves back up. I love cheese and crackers. It's such a good snack. Okay. Next up, we're going to do these earrings. And pop those up there. These ones are super pretty. Our connector pack. This is our lotus blossom. Thank you, Debbie. I will check that a little bit later, obviously, because I can't do it right now. All right. This lotus blossom connector, absolutely stunning. I'm probably going to bring this down a little bit more. There we go. Make sure that you get to see them. And then, yes, ma'am, I was born in 1999. August 28th, 1999. Now you guys know my birthday.
Don't tell me your mother's...
Put it in your calendar so you don't forget.
Don't tell me your mother's maiden name.
Oh,
yeah.
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 Probably not a great idea.
Probably too much information for Facebook.
Yeah. I know Facebook has my birthday, but you know what's crazy is that I have my birthday isn't able to be seen by other people. So you know how like everybody they'll get a notification like if it's somebody's birthday and they'll be like, "Oh, happy birthday." I don't have any of that activated, so nobody knows when my birthday is.
That's you find out who your real friends are.
Right, exactly. So now they're not like, "Oh, I got a notification. Oh, I'm gonna wish you happy birthday."
Hurry.
No,
I forgot
you have to know my birthday to wish me happy birthday, you stinkers.
Exactly.
I am the oldest in my family, Karen. So it's crazy that your youngest was born in 99. But I love that I can say that I'm a 99 baby because we're the last of the 90s. Love it.
My youngest was born in 99.
I think Caden was born in like 2007,
what was time? 93 or something?
93?
Yeah, I think 93 was mine.
All right. So now that we've had a minute, this is the chain that I used. This is CH85. I do not have this available on the live shop, but it is available, I believe, on wholesale and retail. If I haven't gone out of stock of it already, I might need to check and order that. But natural brass. Weird important fact. My older son was born in 1994, same age as Mackie, and my younger son was born in 1999. Just crazy!
Running the parallels here.
Yeah. All right, so the chain used, CH85. This is such a stunning chain, and it's durable. I'll do it up here so you guys can see how hard I'm tugging it. Durable chain. Love it. So I'm going to bring up this. This is our Lotus Blossom connector. 3-way connector with the one loop on the top. So this could be a stunning... Corey is going to party like it's 1999. Yes, baby!
But you don't remember... you don't remember how that party was?
Nope, I don't.
It was really boring back then. Not fun.
Well, my birthday is going to be so fun. I thought this would be a really beautiful a bracelet statement piece. So you could do 3-way chain down this side, 1-way on the other side. You could do a little bead here and then do a 2-way. Or make sure I'm pointing right. So 2-way chain here with then a bead there. So it looks like it's a little bead coming out of the flower. There's so many different things that you can do with these. Oh, I love it. Yeah, it's really so stunning. One of the best. So this is what it looks like without the reliefing block. Ooh. I might need to... I've gone through so many stinking reliefing blocks.
Do you want a new one?
No, I got this one. Looks like it's relatively okay. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that brass coming through. It just brings out all the line and gives it so much more dimension when you relief this. You can already see all of that coming out. So pretty. Such a difference. It might look slight at first, but the difference is crazy. I know, I love this connector too, Stephanie.
Boy, Karen's got a nice spread there from 88 to 99.
I think Mom and Dad was 99 to 2007, I think.
I graduated college in 88, so Nancy we had Alex he was 86. So our first was 86, our last was 93.
All right. So, starting with the construction, ear wire, eye pin with a bead. Good morning, Rhett. I believe that's how you pronounce that.
Good morning, else.
Rhett Mitchlin.
Good to have you here.
Yeah, it's so good to have you here. We're doing some really cool jewelry demos right now. So, from that eye pin that connects straight to the ear wire and straight to our connector there, stringing 3 of the jump rings with that CH85 chain, finishing out the bottom with some more jump rings and some cute little beads. So I thought those were adorable. You could use any little beads that you have, but I chose to do some blues and grays. So cute. Construction is so easy on these, but they are outstanding and they look amazing. I wonder if you can see it from like here, because they're not like ultra long, but they're just like that perfect length. Dang it. I know I keep saying that I need to like stick the earrings through my ear holes again. So it's been so long since I've worn earrings. But I should do that so you guys can like legit see what they look like on, because they're so pretty. And that's the only like brass piece that we have other than the chain and the ear wires there. Everything else is, I mean, all that focal is just pulling your eyes straight in. You're looking at that focal, and then you're following the chain down to the beads, and then you're like, whoa, that bead is so cute. And then you look at the top bead. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. And I don't think I had too many of these left either. We'll take a peek. There's only 8 of these packs left, as far as I know. Yeah, only 8 of these left. Awesome. So super easy construction. I have some good pictures on the live shop, so you're able to see those. I think I told you guys this before, but I have my brother clean out like old candle containers. So he'll take all the wax out of the bottom of them. I'll probably take this off for a sec so you guys can see my cheese and crackers back there. But using candles as photography props is such a great idea. And look at this is one of those like frosted candles. So the light coming through, like, oh yeah, look at the difference between like me putting my hand in there. The light shining through that is so gorgeous, and it's such a great way to photograph your pieces. So if you have any like old candles, just clean the wax out of it, and instead of going to buy new displays and things like that, just use household things that you find. That's what I do. And whenever I'm candle shopping, obviously I'm shopping for the smell, but I do make it a point to I only buy candles if I like the way the candle looks on the outside and if it smells good. So that way I'm not buying too many candles, but I get some double use out of them by creating a display for them. So I thought that was a cool tip and trick that you could use. Instead of buying displays, you can clean out old candle containers. There was another like super cute one I had. I think it's in my office, but it's a really cool piece of glass. Yes. Candy, do it. Do it. Alright, this is our next bracelet that we're going to be popping on. This one's also so easy. I need to get my blank pack up. I have the blanks in both natural brass and solid brass. I'll probably bring 2 of them up together. Kind of go zoom in. There we go. Bordered. Slightly bordered. It's got that really nice fine border around it. But it's a nice medium-sized blank. This is a perfect bracelet size. They're not too heavy. I probably wouldn't use them for earrings. But also if you use them for necklaces, I think that would also be stunning. So natural brass and a solid brass option. 8 pieces for $20. I'll show you what this baby looks like on. Just briefly. So we are selling the Rivoli and the Crystal Pack too. We'll show that at the end. But it's a fun little layering thing that we have going on with an F20. And then I probably will demonstrate this one just so you guys see how I did this. Because I had to punch 2 additional holes to get some jump rings through to ensure that we layered this filigree on there and then connected our chain. So, grab your handy dandy hole punches. I love this one. This one's so pretty. Maybe we'll do one in solid brass since we already have one in natural brass. And then I need to make sure I have my F20. And probably, let me grab a different colored Rivoli that I have in the pack here. I think this one's super pretty. We'll use this one for the solid brass. Probably pull that up a bit more. And then some of my smaller jump rings from our from our jump ring sampler pack. Doink doink. Cute. Alright, I'm gonna scoot in a little bit so I can make sure that I'm seeing everything. Alright. Let's get our hole punches going. But you can use your F20 here to size it up. So put your F20 on backwards so you can gauge where your hole punch is going to go on either side. Make sure it's centered because you want to keep this centered. You can make your little notch marks if you don't want to punch straight through. That's a good notch mark. I'm going to ensure that it's centered. I'm pretty particular when it comes to that, so make another notch mark. You can see I have my notch marks now where I'm going to punch through this time. I always like doing that so I have a good basis as to where I need my things to be. Punch that one. And then make sure I'm on my other notch mark. Punch that one. So now you're looking like this. 2 holes on either side. You're going to wrap your Rivoli into your F20. So we're pulling up 2 sides from this area here, just so you guys can get a peek at where I'm holding my pliers. And you're just going to fold up. Slide your Rivoli in there. Make sure she's centered. And then we're going to fold down our sides. One side. Hopefully the video quality will resume. So I'm going to press down my other side over top of that filigree there. Make sure we are secure. Nice and tight. Like that. And then you need to take your 2 other sides and kind of fold them down a little bit, downward. And then the other side, Make sure that I'm staying on screen here. Make sure it lines up with your holes. Okay, good. At least Peggy said it's not stopping and starting for her. So maybe it was just a little fluke with some internet. Alright. Now, I like to string my jump ring through the top first. And then I'm going to twist it so it goes back through the bottom one here. Oh, actually, I think I used JR10s for this. Hold on. Which are also in the tiny jump ring pack. Let me bring those out here. So, I mean, we're still using the jump rings from the tiny jump ring pack, but I think I used JR10s and not this other. I think it's like JR80, maybe. Bring those over there. Alright, so I'm grabbing my JR10s from my tiny jump ring pack. And these are even tinier than the other ones. So, bring out my other plier here. Open her up. Alright. String through the top hole first. Okay? And then you're going to slide it down so it goes through your other hole before you attach your F20 Rivoli wrap. So now I have both sides peeking up through the front. Attach F20. I might need to bring it up a little bit more with my fingers here. Sometimes it can be a little difficult working with smaller jump rings because you want to make sure that it doesn't fall out of your hands. And I'm kind of trying to look around my phone here. Maybe if I I slouch and I can see it. String your F20 on. My pliers not in the way. Alright, hold on. This is going to elevate up so I can actually see here. Oh, see what I mean? I promise it's not this difficult. I'm sure you guys won't be working with a phone in your face. Which you guys would probably be kind of surprised how difficult this can be. Oh, Peggy. Will you look up a JR20 on the retail site?
Oh, for crying
or JR10?
out loud, Peggy.
I knew it.
You're going to make me get off my phone and do some work here?
I knew it.
JR10 on the regular?
Yeah, just on retail. Not that one.
Huh?
This one's...
Oh, the retail site. Okay,
yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
You keep doing what you're doing. I'll find it. Leave the mouse alone.
That's still live shop.
No. What the heck? Hold on. I didn't know you had another... Or let me duplicate it. Just chill. You go do you.
That's still live shop if you do.
No, I'm gonna get.
Go to the other one.
Of course. Jeez, I was born at night, but not last night.
Sometimes I wonder, Uncle Doug.
Sheesh.
Oh, how funny.
I was programming computers before you were a twinkle in Daddy's eye.
Probably. Okay. So, well, he's doing... It's a 4.75 millimeter, 19 gauge jump ring. Peggy! I hope that helps. No, that's a wrong one.
You said JR40.
JR10. Scroll down a little bit. That might be, though, because it looked like it said JR20 at first.
I'll look for the SKU.
Yeah, that's JR20. Gotta type in JR10.
Right? 10s?
10s. Peggy's working us over here. We'll look at you. All right, Napoleon Dynamite.
Gosh, stinking jerk. Was
it eat your lunch or eat
your food?
Eat your food?
Fat lard.
I freaking love that movie.
Eat your food, you fat lard. Okay, 15 1/4. Are these cable jump rings?
No, that's JR109. Just if you
I
here,
know.
just go here. Go to the RT. Yeah, go to that one.
Just don't. Just don't.
I have to.
Just don't. Just stop it.
I didn't do it. I didn't touch it.
See, the problem is it doesn't show the SKUs on this view.
Right.
When you're searching, that's really bad.
Just click that one, maybe. Is that the first one that you clicked? I don't know. Peggy, you're giving us a run for our money here. That one.
She's making us try to figure out our own shop.
That's the one. 4.25 millimeter, 21 gauge jump ring, our JR10s. Gee Louie.
Better buy some now.
All right. Yeah. Or get that sampler jump ring pack. How funny.
Man, you guys are awesome.
All right.
All my nieces out there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I wasn't even in. Okay, hold on. Now I have to get a new JR10. Thanks, Peggy.
Here, let me look it up for you.
I have a whole thing here. Okay.
What'd she say? You can't be bothered with manual labor. Oh, you have no idea. You have no idea, Peggy.
Oh my goodness. All right. I kind of misshaped my other JR10 while we were doing that.
I see Peggy's name in my dreams at night from all the packages that I ship out for her.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna have to start putting a heart or something on there.
Okay.
Just so it shows she treats me nice over here.
Jump ring through top hole, right, and then we slide it down so it goes through our second hole. But I'm actually going to do this backwards because I want to make sure that I can attach my other one. So I'm actually going to do it from the other side. I'm horrible about this. Oh. I want to make sure that it's going up through the back so I can attach my filigree from the front. I think I already misshaped this one too. The JR10s are very, whatchamacallit, flexible, malleable. Sorry, I'm really trying to stay on screen here, but this JR10 is so small, you guys, that it's like hard to see when it's coming back up through the hole here. All right. Bringing my F20 in. It looks like I need to flatten that out a little bit more. So I'm going to bring this down, just tab down more.
Obviously, I was not prepared.
And that's why, because I misshaped. The JR10s, we need to be almost exact on these. So I'm going to bring this other one. I'm going to bring this other one out and see if I can get this one to go through the hole. Probably going to string my F20 first. Wasn't so difficult the first time I did this, so I don't know why it's being difficult now. You just have to be careful with your JR10s because they're so thin. I mean, otherwise you get the point. And we could probably move on, but this one I wanted to finish. And it's like, I feel like I'm not even giving you a demonstration on this one because I have to pull it off the screen how many different times to even see what I'm doing here. Maybe I'll do less with tiny pieces next time. Alright, now that one's strung through. Sort of.
Yeah, teeny tiny jumper. It's not for the faint of heart.
No. You can use larger jump rings as long as your holes are a little bit farther apart, if that makes sense. And it just keeps wanting to fall. Alright, well, I'm going to do it up here. Sorry, guys. I can't even show you.
You're not playing anymore?
Nope. I'm not going to try and do it under the phone. It's too difficult. You know, I thought I was good at doing jewelry. Maybe not. Maybe not so much.
Well, it's part of the satisfaction of doing something very intricate and difficult.
Right. Yeah. See how fast I did this without freaking looking at my phone? Or trying to see through my phone?
Yes, that's beautiful how it ends up.
Yeah. So, whatever. Whatever to doing it under the phone. I just have to look at it like this.
Yeah,
to
Candy.
even see it.
Candy tells her. That's right. Don't stress it.
All right. Then, look. See, you can see it there even.
Oh, Peggy's got an idea for you. Surprise.
Could full screen this portion. Yeah, maybe.
No, it still was hard. Even if it was full screen, it wouldn't matter.
It's
difficult. It's about getting it under the camera, not the full screen.
But anyway, I took CH103 chain and I attached it directly to the
wire too.
It could be done with wire, but
it's prettier. It's clean. It's more clean with the jump ring.
Yeah, I feel like it might be hard to ensure that it's. Yeah. I mean, you could if you found it tricky. I just think it looks more.
Look at the back. I mean, if you did wire, look at the back of it though.
What's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah.
That's gonna bother me now. More like fluent. If that makes more sense. Fluid. I just like the way that it looks when there's less. You know, because if you do it with wire, then you have to coil the wire around so it doesn't come undone.
Yeah.
But it's definitely doable with wire.
It is simple to look at it. It's not simple to do it, but it's a simple look.
Right.
Very clean look.
You could do that, or
professional. I did says,
yeah, I guess. More like streamline-ish. The CH103 chain is not soldered, so I took the chain there and attached it directly to the jump ring that I had. Clean lines, yes, that is exactly what I'm looking for. There's a specific word that makes that make sense.
Clean line, streamline.
No, it's not that. I'm gonna remember it, and then I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, I remember, guys.
On your way home.
Yeah.
Be a way homer.
So the CH103 there connects direct to, so it's very. Gosh, I want to use that word, but it's not coming out. It's not coming out of my mouth.
Gorgeous.
Not gorgeous. I mean, it is gorgeous, but that's not the word I'm looking for. Seamless.
See?
That's the word I'm looking for.
Well, then,
seamless.
Then you got to get in there and close that jump ring
I
tighter because it's a little loose, right?
Yeah. No, it's definitely doable. Seamless is the word I was looking for. Dang, man.
Well, it's continuous too. It looks like the chain is continuous underneath the way you've done it. It looks like a link of the chain rather than
Seamless. Haha. Okay.
See, Wendy loves the connection, so it's all good.
So, the F20 looks phenomenal on both the solid brass and the natural brass. Both of these crystal colors, these Rivolis, are in the crystal pack. So you have rose peach and then golden Sahara on the other side there. So, I swear, it's easy. It's not like ridiculously easy, but it's easy. It's not super, super hard to make this connection. Simplistic,
Yeah, we're all
minimalist.
look.
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
Now you guys are.
Now it's all flowing.
Yeah, now my brains are braining.
Let's just do a brainstorm on explaining
Jeez.
how things look.
Yeah, we'll come up with like our own little jewelry dictionary.
We should post a little chart on the wall in front of you and just look up for words
Yeah.
throughout the live. Gorgeous, simplistic, minimal.
Majestic,
streamlined,
yeah,
continuous,
fluid.
honestly,
I think that's a really good idea. Make sure your vocabulary
right.
is a little mixed up.
We're gonna put an eye chart on the wall behind us.
I love that. Okay, so yeah, super cute, super easy connection. Just a couple jump rings, your F20, and then this blank. The blank pack is cart 127 in the comments to buy.
Perfect.
Otherwise, you can visit vintageliveshop.com and go to the warehouse sale tab, and then all of these products will be available. Perfect. From Peggy. Love it. So that one's also super simple, but I think we spent enough time on that because that was supposed to be the simple of the demonstrations, but it turned out not to be. All right. For our last two jewelry, our last two necklaces. Oh, bumped ya. Come up with something really neat. So we have this really pretty star, filigree, and then we have this other necklace here, which has this really beautiful big green. I promise it's green. It looks green from where I'm sitting. Maybe not so much. There we go. I was like, it should look green, but it looks kind of black right now. It is green, I promise. It's a really pretty glowy green. All right. So these two use the same techniques. So I will probably show. Maybe we'll do this one, but you'll be able to get the same technique out of it. All right. So actually, the star might be easier here. Let me just make sure that I can. Yep. All right. We'll do the star one. All right. So 5 pieces for $22. Filigree star. This star is crazy. Going into my singing tunes. So pretty. So much detail. It is natural brass. It's got that beautiful flower there in the middle. Such a great statement piece. And we'll need to pull out another F20 for the star one. I have the yellow, this jonquil color in the crystal pack as well. And then I'm going to grab this other color that we also have in the crystal pack. So this is our more like rainbow colored one of the Rivolies. I'm going to bring this up just a bit more. So this is the same technique for both of these, but I will probably end up demoing this one just because there's a little trick and tip that I learned how to hole punch a different way. So I actually might need a block of wood.
Where do you want me to find something?
Or maybe my rubber. This will work. My rubber block will work. Okay. Because Kieran taught me a different way of how to punch some holes in some metal from the center. This one isn't super difficult because our hole punch reaches the center. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to poke a hole or punch a hole right in the center. There's that circular marker there in the center with that flower. So you get a pretty good marker there for you. And then you are also going to want to take a hole punch to the center of your filigree, of your F20. Like so. Oh. So we're combining 2 filigree into 1, but to make it seamless, we rivet these 2 together, and then we use the tabs that are still on the F20 to fold over our rivet. So it ends up very seamless. It's not glued, it's riveted down, so you can spin it a little bit if you don't want to rivet it too hard. It's like a little fidget. And then this other one is the same way. I don't think I can move that one too much, but such a cool way to make your filigree pop even more, especially if you have those rivets or the squares that will also be offering in the crystal pack, which will probably show last. Rivet, rivet, rivet. Now this one, we're doing back to front because the filigree of the F20 is dapped. So I need to grab my bead awl here to extend the hole in the middle of our star. That might be good enough. I'm just going to check here off to the side. I might have to do it just a tiny bit bigger to fit my rivet here. Yeah, just a tiny bit bigger. So I'm using my bead awl to make that center hole just a tiny bit bigger. This one's almost there. Alright, I'm going to stick that through the back. Like this. I'm going to flip it over so it's on our bench block. And then same with the bead awl on our F20. I'm just going to slightly make that center hole a bit bigger. There we go. I don't want to be making you guys go around all crazy like. I might need to make that even bigger. I don't want to overextend the hole so it doesn't so the rivet doesn't fall through it. But you want to make it big enough so it does fit. I just did that! Hey! I hope that helps. Or I hope this view helps. Alright. Maybe if I do it like that. Is that a bit easier to see? Maybe I can bring this down and get the light in my face. Maybe it'll brighten it up a little more. Maybe. Alright, so we'll try this view. So our rivet is in there in the middle. You're going to want to use the rounded side of your hammer because your dapped filigree is round. Be very, 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 very careful.
Are you speaking from experience on this one?
No. I'm just saying because your fingers are going to be holding this F20 down, so you just have to be very careful when you're hammering this specific piece together.
Use a small one.
As I'm tapping my finger.
Use a very small ball end hammer.
Please use your smallest hammer when you're hammering down so you don't take off your fingers or your fingernails.
Did everybody sign a disclaimer when they came into the live today?
A waiver.
Oh my gosh.
Or something. Alright. So I'm holding down my F20 with both of my fingers. And I'm just do it slow too. Please hammer slowly.
You know, you could also.
I don't want to be responsible for missing
You
fingers.
could also use painter's tape or something to hold your work down to the block.
Potentially.
Yeah, maybe something.
It does like to move a lot though,
Yeah.
so you need like strong tape. Slowly hammer so your rivet mushrooms into a flat head over top of your F20 here, the center of your F20. It really helps if you don't lift your hammer up super duper high. So if for real,
I know your
if
accuracy.
You're like going super, if you're not lifting your hammer up super high, it's gonna be a lot easier because it's kind of gliding in between my two fingers. If you guys can see that, just barely getting my fingers, but it's just sliding and keeping it in the center. Ow. That wasn't me. I'm trying hard not to hit my phone either. Peggy's laughing at me. All right.
This has got so much Peggy in it because it's got the hammering and the danger of smashing your fingers. It's got Peggy written all over it.
All right. Now you can see that the rivet head is flat over top the center of our F20. And then, like you would your normal, you're going to hold it and fold your tabs up. So you can wrap your Rivoli in the center. I'm going to set this up just a little bit.
Safer fingers.
Like that. And slide your Rivoli in there. I might have pulled my sides up just a little too far. Jeez, if I can, gotta set it down. Let me pull this one back just a bit. I'm pretty particular when it comes to wrapping these, so I'm just going to bring this up into my line of sight here. Alright, we're pretty center on that. So I'm going to hold it down with my fingers. And then fold my tabs over top of my Rivoli. On all four sides. Probably could have made this one a bit more even, but kind of working at a faster pace today. Don't squish your fingers either.
Are you saying because I was off yesterday?
Oh, no. No, I was just saying because I was upset about how long this blank one with the F20 was taking. But all right, safer for fingers.
That's so nice. That's very nice.
Yeah. Then you can wrap filigree with filigree on top of filigree. So pretty. And then that's kind of the same concept for this other item here. So I'm probably going to take off that filigree pack and I'm going to bring up our next filigree pack. Yeah, I'll probably take that one off screen because we just finished that one. Okay. And we have our clover filigree, which I know I've used this one in another design. So I think both of those designs are photographed in the listing on the live shop if you want to take a peek. Super cute. Now this one is the one that you're going to have to pay attention for. I mean, you have to pay attention for it all, but we're also going to bring out the scrolled ironwork filigree. I'm going to pop that up right now. 7 pieces for $20, cart 130. This is a piece that we've offered numerous times, but you guys love what is done with these. So just keep an eye out if you already have these, but if not, you're going to want to get them because there are so many other designs that you can do with these that it's just a no-brainer to have. Oh, it looks like we're pausing for a moment. There we go. I was like, hopefully we're back in. So we have these 2 items. Now, we can fit to the center of this piece with our hole punch. I wish that wasn't being so
Pixelated.
Pixelated,
Maybe
yeah.
snap my fingers again.
Yeah, snap your fingers again so it goes back. It went back. It's not pixel. You're crazy, Uncle Doug. What are you doing to my video? That's so.
Oh, I've got a Pixelator app on here. I just turn it on when I want to.
Yeah, I'm sure. No, that's so crazy. All right. So our hole punch works for the center of this one. Thanks, Peggy. You're so sweet. Oh, of course, Stephanie. But what do we do when our hole punch doesn't reach the center? So Kieran helped me come up with a process of how to do it. I'm just going to stack all these up there and pull that up there. Now, you can do this with a wood block, your wood table, or a rubber block. My rubber block's not very clean, but no, whatever. Whatever. Alright. I'm going to take this. So, a bead awl. You're going to need one of those. You may want to buy a couple of these bead awls.
They're pretty cheap.
To keep on hand.
Yeah,
yes.
They're pretty cheap. Keep one really sharp and one dull.
Yes. So, this is my normal bead awl here. Super sharp, pointy end there. It's actually a little bent right now, but oh well. I snipped off a good portion of my bead awl there. You can tell the difference between the two. So this ends up being a thicker one, and this is a bit of a smaller one, which you don't want to take that smaller tip because it will probably bend. So if you have a bead awl that you need to retire, like this one that I have, I took the tip off there. I'm going to push it into my metal. I'll probably bring this back a bit.
Yeah, you gotta show that from an angle because it's not going to see it top down.
Yeah.
That's much better, yeah.
You're going to hammer it.
Well, it stands up too.
Yeah, and then it goes into your rubber block instead of your table or whatever. There you go. And then you get a hole. Haha. So, I use a bead reamer and a bead awl to make holes where the hole punch does not reach. Yes, it's exactly what we just did here. And then I'm going to take the back of this, because you can see where the metal decided to bend. So we're just going to chop that off so it's not sharp. Just be careful when you're running your fingers against it.
Could use a small nail. Peggy says, yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely use a small nail.
Finishing nail.
Whatever you need to use. But if you want to recycle your beetle, then that's what I used for this one. But use your rubber bench block, because your steel bench block,
Won't let it go
it
through.
will, right, it'll bend the tip, it won't let it go through. But if you use your rubber one, it's not like heavy. What am I trying to say? Like a
Oh, it's up on the wall.
yeah, it's up on the wall. There's so many different words that I want to use that I just can't think of right now. I'm so terrible like that.
You could use a 2x4.
My vocabulary is
also use
pretty wide,
a 2x4
but
scrap if you didn't want to mess up your rubber block.
Right, you can do anything that's soft. It can't be like hard, because then it won't work, but if it's soft, then it will. So that's what Kieran told me to do. He's my little brother. And I tried to do it with just the normal bead awl, and then that's when the tip started bending and it wasn't working. And I was like, what if we made the tip just a bit thicker? And that worked perfect. And I have not tried it on like super thick metal, so just for now, this stuff.
Well, that one.
Oh, Gary, her hole punch is bigger than mine. Nah. I was looking for.
All right, girls, play nice.
I was looking through everything to try and find a hole punch that would work, and I didn't have one. So this worked out great. I'm going to do the same process as what you would have done with that star. I'm going to bring this down here a bit more. Maybe that might help. That's a really pretty. Now you can see the green and the crystal up there. And then our F103, which is our scrolled ironwork, filigree. That on. It's looking pretty good. Now this piece is a little bit easier to hammer, just because it's a wider filigree. Oh, hold on. I want my bench block. I don't want my rubber one anymore, because I'm not poking holes. Make sure my rivet's still coming through there. I'd probably do a couple from the front too, just to make sure she's secure. So F103 over top of F410, which I'll switch back to this other filigree. And then, of course I don't have extras of that. I'm going to bring up the crystal pack here while we're at it. Alright, I'm going to pause on the demo here, and then we're going to bring on the crystal pack quickly so you guys can see everything that comes in it, and then I can use my green square. Alright. Quick demo break so we can be on our crystal pack. Here we go. 19 pieces for $29. Cart 131 to buy in the comments there. Otherwise, you can visit vintageliveshop.com in the warehouse tab section. You're going to get 2 of these like chrysolite or peridot green 12 millimeter Swarovski crystals. So pretty. Did kind of like a green theme. And then you have these 2, also 12 millimeter. These are like that rainbow color. And then we have our John Quill color. It's like very pretty yellow. Also 12 millimeter. And then we have Golden Sahara. It's probably one of my favorites. It's like a yellowy and a green. And then our rose peach color, which we used on our bracelet. Also stunning. Sorry, my fingerprints are over them from picking them up. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 12 millimeter Swarovski crystal Rivelis. You get 2 in each of these colors. Pretty. And then you get a really beautiful cab. This is check glass. This is what we used in those adorned jewels, like those really pretty setting and filigree wraps. And then we have 2 of these beautiful peridot flatbacks that are coming in, which I've used these in a couple of designs. Super pretty. Then we have 4 of these peridot leaf beads. Those are top hole. These are super, super cute. And then 2 of our emerald, also check glass squares that we use in the one that we're working on now. I don't believe there's too many of these either left. I'll take a peek here. There's only 6 of these crystal packs left. And then we're going to kind of move these off to the side there. Find our green square. Kind of see where I need my fold lines to be before we fold them up and wrap them. Too bad it's kind of dark. Strange. Well, that doesn't do anything. It doesn't help that it's a little dark outside too. So while holding the center of your piece there, I'm going to just slowly guide the parts that I need wrapped up, because you don't want to pull the rivet out. When you're doing this, so you want to hold the center as you're pulling up the sides. Alright, almost done. And work it slow. Don't be in a rush. Looks like I might just tap this a couple more times here. Alright. Slide your crystal in there. Into the square. And then using your pliers, I'm going to bring both of my ends in nice and tight to the crystals. Or crystal, there's only one. Or glass. Well, I just scratched mine. It's not that bad of a scratch though. You won't even notice. But that happens. And if that happens, you can always flip your crystal around. That's looking good. Sorry, I have to spin my piece like every which way to make sure that I get what I'm looking for here. Or like the easiest advantage points for gripping and pulling together. I'm trying not to cover up the camera too much. That's why I keep spinning it too. I'm going to cinch it in nice and close on all sides. And from the side here, I'm just going to kind of bring it in. I'll show you on the other side here. There is some point to where the metal isn't touching the crystal yet. So that's where we're going to come down on this, on either side, and just kind of squeeze down the top portion of it so it hits the crystal or glass, whatever you're wrapping. And then the same with the center. You want to make sure that it's nice and tight. It's looking pretty good. Beautiful. Maybe if my fingerprints weren't on it. I think I have a sunshine cloth over here. Which sunshine cloths are also great for polishing your jewelry.
And the chrome on guitars.
Oh yeah. You would know with your guitars.
Yep. It does a really nice job.
Yeah. What is the center metal you are using once the hole has been punched?
Center metal. Oh, the rivet.
The rivet.
Was it a rivet or a hollow rivet, or was it a solid rivet?
It's a hollow rivet. So this is a rivet, and this is what we use to hold the pieces together. Maybe I can hold it with my pliers here. So it's got
tube rivet. I think
yeah, tube rivet. It's hollow on the inside, and then you have your one flat end. Once you have your metal layered, then you start to hammer down this side, and this side will mushroom over top of the hole. I wish I could show. Where do you find the rivet usually? They come in different sizes. They do. The ones that I'm specifically using. I know where it is. This one.
Eyelet tube rivet.
Yep. You want to copy that for me? And then paste that?
I'll just put the link on.
Yeah, just the link is fine.
Actually, we don't even need all that jazz in there, just this part.
No, just take the whole thing. Just in case.
I'm living dangerous here.
Uh-oh. We'll click on it and see if it works. So Doug here is posting the link under Jewelry by Corian. So you're able to click that and go, perfect, direct to the retail listing that we have for this specific size that I'm using. Rhett. In response to your question there. But yeah, no, the rivets, we've been using the rivets a lot lately with a whole bunch of different designs. I think my favorite one that I've done with the rivets is that 3-way flower necklace. I'm gonna get that one out actually while we're here talking about rivets. Rivets. I actually have a few pieces that we use with the rivets, Rhett. So like this. This piece here is actually one flower with 2 loops on either side. We used 2 rivets to connect them together. And then it created this really beautiful necklace here. And then we also used a rivet for these 2 necklaces. It's just a great way for layering metal. You can see here that the rivet is layered on top with this key there, so the butterfly and the key are together. And that's same for like this bead cap and setting that we did. The rivets there.
Some are solid rivets also.
That's the right one though.
They're not all. Some of those are tubes, aren't they? I mean, solid rivets.
Those are the eyelets, yeah. You can use either or.
Like here's nailhead rivets.
You'll probably want to do
the eighth inch. These are some smaller ones.
Yeah, well, yeah. Probably do like the longer ones though, because then you can cut those down. So I guess those ones are the eyelets.
That's the longer ones, the 1/4 inch.
Eyelet tube rivet ensures that you can do.
But the other ones you just showed were a solid rivet, weren't they?
Yeah, on the top.
So I'm just going to show the alternate item.
Jean, do you know if those were ever uploaded to the site? Because I think we were doing both the eyelet rivet and the solid rivet. I can't remember if we did both of those or just one or the other. Let me just see here.
Some of the eyelets, yeah. Just they're pretty cheap, so just get all of them.
Well, yeah, you'll probably want to experiment with all of them. Just because maybe those ones weren't added. I thought those were.
To the live?
To the retail site. RV 000 something, yeah. Strange. Well, actually, I will thank you for bringing that up because I'm going to have to look into that. Vintage team, I have reviewed the live shop website for the previous filigree settings that were used in the previous demonstration today, but I have been unsuccessful. Can you direct me to the cart number or item description number name on either?
The previous, today's demo?
The solid brass rivets, not the natural brass or the copper ones. These solid brass ones are different from the other rivets that we had.
She says about the filigree settings from today. So Adrian's asking about the filigree settings from today. They're on the live site, maybe not on the vintage site.
She said the live shop website.
Oh. Okay. I'll review the live show website for the previous filigree. The settings, maybe they're not. They'll still show up if they're sold out.
Yeah.
What was the settings page? Is there a settings page?
It's the main page for the
Let me just
warehouse
see if I can
sale.
get that. Main page here.
Give me one.
Let's see. Here's.
Give me 1 second here.
Yeah, it's on the main page here.
RV040 is the one that I needed uploaded to the wholesale and retail site. Let me see, RV, because it's different than the other ones. Yeah, I think only the eyelet one was uploaded, but not the closed head rivet, the RV040 one. So we'll work on getting those added, since I use those in a ton of things, and I know you guys are always looking for those. Wholesale. Let's see if those are RV040. Nope. Okay. So I have been actually probably telling you guys that they've been on the website for a few weeks now, but
and they're not.
Just the eyelets are, not the solid brass rivets that I'm using right now.
On the wholesale?
Not even on wholesale.
That's weird.
Yeah. I don't know where those went, because I swear we had...
We're pulling orders for rivets.
Eyelets, maybe.
I've pulled rivet orders for sure.
But it's eyelet tube rivet. It's the eyelet and rivet is in the same title there. We'll get that figured out, you guys. I apologize. We will make sure that the rivets, the solid brass rivets that I'm using for these, will get uploaded soon. Because there is a significant difference between the eyelet here and the rivet that I use all the time. If that makes sense. No fault of yours. That is actually probably just my fault, if anything.
But in a lot of cases, either one would work for this.
Yeah. But you'll probably be wanting to use the rivet, not the eyelet rivet, because the eyelet rivet is much bigger.
Yeah.
Like, wider. If that makes sense.
Yeah, if you do that, then you're going to need... She was taunting you on the size of her punch. It was Carrie. Carrie was taunting on the size of her punch. You're gonna need a Carrie punch.
A Carrie punch? Oh yeah, I saw that. She's like, my punch is bigger than your punch. And I was like, I was sticking my tongue out at her.
Yeah, you're gonna need a Carrie size punch to do it.
Well, that actually, okay. Well, we'll work on that. We'll work on that early next week, probably Monday. So, because the other rivets, they're not hollow. The nail head rivets and things like that, they're not hollow. Those are way harder to use. Yeah, those aren't hollow. That's okay. That makes more sense now. Okay, well, my apologies, you lovely ladies, on the rivet action. RV040, if you want to write that down, that will be the part number for the solid brass rivets. Well, dang it. Dang it. I will, how about I include a few rivets in each of the filigree orders that come through on Monday, just as a little, sorry, but so you guys can use them and try them and see what you think about them. Well, no wonder. Who said that they were having a hard time riveting or learning how to rivet? Because you're probably using the closed rivets and not the hollow rivets, and rivets, not eyelets. If that makes sense. Jeez. Alright, well, that I just used some more CH103 attached direct to the filigree there. Okie dokie. That's all I have for you guys today. We're going to do our look with the jewelry to show you guys what it looks like on. Give you time to go browse the site and see if there's anything else that you're missing from your orders. And then while we're doing this, we'll keep a peek on the comments to see if there are any other questions for us during this time. Yes, RV040. Great, I'm glad, Rhett. So I'm gonna pull my phone down here while we do the little look here. Looky of the jewelry. Gonna change views to Big Corian. Hello. And I did clasp everything right before the live. I did. I know, I never.
It doesn't take that long if you're doing
it
in prep, right?
I never do it, but I decided I should this time, so it was easier to hold things and make them easier for you guys to see there. Oh, Aunt Nancy's coming back, it looks like.
Nice. The goose.
Oh, the goose. So this is that one that we just did with that emerald square. Super pretty. I appreciate you, Lynn. Thank you. I'll pop up your comment there. So this is the one that we just did. Super pretty. Let's see what it looks like if we pull it up a little bit. Gosh, I'm so terrible at this backward stuff. Always am. This one's so pretty. This is using that clover filigree. Love it.
She's like, what's your problem?
She's like, what do you need?
What's your problem?
Funny.
Oh, you might want to. We haven't done a break to show the giveaway. So maybe Rhett came in after the explanation too.
We'll do that.
We'll explain that too,
after
right?
the look. Yep.
Yeah.
Right before. Because I don't want the people who are just like popping in for a second to get it.
I know, right?
I want them to be here, staying. Oh, geez. There we go. This is our star filigree with our rivet there that is attached. Love. Live, laugh, love. So pretty. Could look really, really pretty if it was long or short. Very celestial feeling. Gorgeous. Okay. Oh, caramba. I think the earrings are probably my favorite part of today's live. What is your guys' favorite of the live today? This is the I love you. Go this way a little bit. Hopefully it'll. Jeez, stop moving. So pretty. I love you, Ian. I know you're not in here, but it says it on my necklace. Here we go. That'd be a stunning choker. Stunning. I love it. Very personalized, so cute. Probably should have put on some foundation today to cover up my red spots, but I hate foundation on my face. I hate anything on my face. Even like eyeshadow. Today is like the only day that I ever put on eyeshadow. It's because I'm doing lives.
Richie friends.
Never ever do I ever wear anything other than mascara. Like mascara is like the only makeup I put on almost daily. but that's it. I'm not a big fan of having things on my face. Alright. This is that bracelet. Super gorge. Earrings were my favorite too. The letter necklace is stunning. And then if you want like those other letters, look at my veins.
No. You pinch off your circulation.
I know.
They pop
I have like
out.
the doctors always love it when I come in to do like blood work or something because they're like, your veins are huge. I'm like, well, don't miss. Yeah, I love the letter necklace is super cute. I'll do the earrings next. And come down low. Whoa. What the heck? Those are so pretty. Those are stunning. I actually really love these.
They are.
I don't like ever wear jewelry, but I would probably wear these like if I were to go out to like a wedding or something because those are really pretty.
That's come. You need to go more places that need jewelry.
I know.
Gosh.
I know.
Or start a trend with all your car girls, right?
Yeah, car girls.
Called glam cars.
all the people in the car group are dudes.
I know. No, that's not true.
I have Ellen.
Right, you got
and
Ellen
that's
and
it. But she doesn't wear jewelry at all. She doesn't like it. She thinks, okay, I send her the stuff that I make, and she thinks it's absolutely beautiful, but she just doesn't wear. She would never wear it. No. Never ever. But she's like, I love it so much. I wish I like wore jewelry. The earrings are so pretty. Any other city makes you pay personal property tax on your tools.
What's that?
What
is that? Stay out of my house. Who is that? What city does she live in?
Portland?
What? Where is she? Portland?
Are you kidding me? That's wild,
who
Debbie.
Who does that? Debbie, who does that?
I don't even understand that that's like, how is that even a thing? Those crazies. Oh, all it takes is one wrinkle and concealer becomes an addiction. You know what, though? I know this might sound weird, but I think wrinkled skin is beautiful. Like, I miss Grandma Gretchen's beautiful, wrinkly skin.
Crazy.
I love
Virginia must be really hyper crazy. And
maybe.
Is Virginia a non-property tax state for real estate? Or are they super low?
They're super low.
Yeah, so they try to get you everywhere else. Cars. Every year you have to pay more on your cars.
Their cars is cheaper than Illinois.
No, I know, but you have to do it every year.
Iowa.
You still have to do it every year.
I have to do mine every year.
But it's not like the same.
I don't know. I don't know. Interesting. Definitely, wrinkles means age, and age is beautiful. So.
That's right.
Like, no, for real. Like, I am 100% being honest. Uncle Doug's like, oh, man.
I own it.
Imagine these riveted, you guys. Oh, this would actually, hold on. Speaking of eyelets, this would be a very good piece to do an eyelet with, because then you can still string your jump ring through the both of them and then hang it. But then with the eyelet, these two things, this dragonfly and this leaf, hold on, once I get my ear wire right. The dragonfly and the leaf here won't move. Jeez. Why is it not focusing? There we go. Get your snap out of here. These two won't move if you use the eyelet. The eyelet would be such a perfect thing to use for this piece specifically. Wisdom wrinkles. Yes. When it's someone else's wrinkles, I think we're a bit more like judgmental of ourselves.
I have wisdom wrinkles
than what we are of like
my
other
chin.
people.
I got wisdom wrinkles under my chin.
Well,
3 big ones.
Guess what? I have like 10 chins, so I don't even want to hear it. Like so.
Like all that gobble flesh down below my neck.
You know those, memes and those videos where people are like, "Oh, I wonder what it looks like if I were like my phone," and I was like looking down at my phone, and then you have like all your chins coming down. I embrace it though. I think it's funny. I did want to see what this looked like.
So everybody's
like,
straight
up here.
necks when they're taking a picture.
Yeah, no, seriously. Okay, I could live with that. So, not only would this make like a super pretty bracelet, I'm imagining it as a choker necklace too. Yes. Yes. Love it. Love it. I will always, no Botox for me. And you know what, ladies?
Yeah, why would you want to inject that crap in your body?
It's not even worth it.
I think women aging gracefully is the most beautiful thing.
It is.
When they try to cheat it so badly,
like
it just doesn't.
Not to put like it's not like horrible if you do it.
I know, but it's just.
I prefer natural. Yeah, that's all it comes down to is just natural beauty.
So much more graceful.
Like things you don't have to change.
It's like, nah, you don't look 20. So
some people do though. Some people they look really good with
airbrush.
No, seriously, with like fillers and things. Like if someone has a really distorted nose or let's say like anything like that. Sometimes, yes, they are probably absolutely right for altering their image because it could be so severe. But if you're just like a normal everyday person,
like hammered brass, beautiful in its texture and in its quality. Right on, Renee. Right on.
Cool beans. We're gonna do one more look at this. Make sure you have your loves in.
Oh my gosh, there we go. Oh yeah, show that again.
Yep.
We'll refresh this thing.
It is scary when they can't move their faces or when they're like they can't raise their eyebrows.
Or when they've done it too much and make a mistake and it just looks so gross.
You live and you learn though, and you just have to think like the environment. Just listen though. The environment that they grow up in, like with everybody consistently judging their appearance and things, like you know what I mean though? Like let's say you're famous and somebody's like everybody's like, oh, Selena Gomez is too skinny and now she's too fat now. Like
yeah, but
apparently.
She's laughing with her millions. But I think who cares what people think?
It's still no.
Yeah.
Money does not buy happiness.
Wrinkle
you
monsters.
can be the most miserable person in the world.
Only if you care what people think.
But
only
everybody does.
I don't know.
Everybody does. I don't care what you say. Everybody cares what somebody thinks. Always. Always. Okay. Here we go.
She drools. Yeah, exactly, Karen.
Here we go. It's just people with the trends and then saying that it's healthy and then it's not healthy and then...
Has everybody done a love on the video to enter into the free drawing? If you haven't, hurry up and punch the love button down below.
I'm going to scoot these in here so you guys can see the giveaway size. We're about to do the giveaway. Which, actually, I was just messing around with this, you guys. If you get this.
Oh, look at that.
Do something like that. That would be so pretty. I want to keep the filigree now.
Oh, look, we got 30. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Are we ready to go here?
All right. Get your loves in. Here, let me show them where the love thing is at right now. Again. I always like to do that. There we go. So hit that button on your live to be entered into the giveaway. Debbie, you're so right. That's why I have my notifications for social media turned off. So much pressure. So much. It's crazy. And every time you open up something, it's an ad for like Ozempic or it's an ad for for like girls that look like they're literally perfect, and then it's just because it's for a picture and things like that. Like the standards that we're held to just because of social media is insane.
Karen,
is insane.
I love it, Karen. Karen Christmas are the bomb. Okay.
All right. Here's the giveaway.
Wait, has everybody got their loves in? Let's see.
Love it, love it, love it.
Refresh one more time here.
My mom was very, very good about ensuring that I didn't give a heck, well, my dad too, about what anybody thought, and just to roll with it and embrace it.
Go. So we do this right now. We click on the loves.
Yep, we're gonna hop in there.
And I got to put my finger on the screen here, the magic screen.
1 in 28 chance. I have to make sure that they all load here, though. So hold on. Because sometimes they don't load all the way. Ready?
Mm-hmm. Stop.
Leslie Rose. Leslie Rose. If you're new here, you will need to make at least one purchase on the live shop warehouse sale tab. If you are in here, and in the case that Leslie does not make a purchase, then we save this for next week's giveaway.
Or should we have a backup? Maybe we should do a backup. It'll be easier.
I think it's fun when we do two.
Okay.
Because when we did it that one time, we did one in the beginning and then one at the end.
A second one.
Yeah.
Right.
I like that.
Okay.
So, Leslie Rose, if you make a purchase on the live shop on the warehouse tab, you get this beautiful giveaway. You can probably, I wonder if you can tag her.
It doesn't pop up her name.
To put like the @ sign.
Oh, do you think so?
Yeah. And in the case that she doesn't make a purchase, then we save this giveaway for next week, and then we do another one.
Oh,
that one. She's in here. Yay!
That's Rose.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner, lady. Winner. So if you make a purchase, then this comes shipped to you. It's a great stinking deal. I love this piece. Always will love this piece. Who says life isn't a fairy tale? I like this maiden too. So cute. Perfect, perfect. All right, you beauties. We will catch you next week. Leslie, if you have any questions, just email me at warehouse@vintage.com. Because we probably won't answer on the live shop, or on the messenger app. But if you email me, if you have any questions, then I can help you with that. And then we'll see you guys next week. I think there's another sale on Wednesday, right?
Could be, probably.
Oh, let me look at the calendar here and pop myself back up to that side. Okay. So, next week, next Thursday is the Vintage Stash Review. Next Friday, we have a warehouse sale. And then the following week is the week that's going to be a little jumbled. So, we'll give you guys, updates on that.
Keep coming back to the site.
Stay tuned, because Ian has surgery that week. So, things are just going to be flip-flopped around a little bit. But, Uncle Doug is in here.
Say goodbye to everybody.
Gotta scoot it over.
Gotta say goodbye to all my nieces out there.
All the nieces. Yeah, because you're Uncle Doug to everybody, yeah. It took me a minute to figure out why that was,
And I'm old enough to be, probably.
Maybe. Maybe not. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Stay safe. Happy weekend and happy Friday. Bye.